art journey will not always be easy. There will be times when we will feel commission anxiety. I felt that last year. Actually, around this time last year was my lowest point in my art journey. But, you know, you need, as my best friend mentioned, you'll need those kinds of breakdowns for breakthroughs. Hi, I'm Angeli Marasigan. You can call me Geli. I was born and raised in Baguio. I've been here since 2013. After I left my work in Manila, I went home to Baguio to pursue a career here in una corporate, tapos naging art. And I'm a tattoo artist by trade. What I love about Baguio, first are the people. Di ko alam kung tayo lang or kung pare-pareho all over the Philippines. Pero parang generally mas mababait yung taga Baguio. Siguro kasi malamig. So, imposible uminit ulo mo dito. Tapos, the scenery also. I always used to take it for granted na we live in the summer capital of the Philippines, na looking at it now, maswerte pala na people spend to go up to Baguio, diba? Tapos, I live here. My tattoo story actually started with a tragedy. Almost 5 years ago, my brother, cousins, and I got tattoos in my tita's memory. So, I would never have gotten a tattoo had it not been for my tita's passing. So, a year after that, no, May 31, 2018, I clearly remember that day. I got another tattoo with my brother. And then, as I was being tattooed, my brother casually mentioned to our tattoo artist that I could draw. So, yun. And then, sabi nung, tattoo artist namin, si Mr. Joseph TADIFA, bakit hindi ko i-try mag-tattoo? And in my head, sabi ko, uy, pwede to. And then, in-offer niya yung help niya. He said that if ever I decided to enter the industry, tutulungan niya ako. I-message ko lang daw siya and tutulungan niya ako. And then, I really thought hard about it. Kasi kung sakali magpapasukin ko tong industriyang to, yung ilalabas ko namang savings, yung ilalabas ko pero hindi siya biro. And as I was thinking about whether to pursue a career in tattooing or not, a close friend of mine gave me a bookmark, a Vincent van Gogh bookmark. And in that bookmark, it said, Vincent van Gogh left his work to pursue a career in art at 27 years old. I was 27 years old at that time. So, sabi ko yung hinihingi kong sign kay God, He delivered. He really delivered. He gave me the sign. May physical sign na binigay sa akin. So, sabi ko, sige, push na yan. So, in summary, I got into this industry because of a tragedy, because of the generosity of Sir Joseph, and a bookmark. Is minimalist ever since, and that is the primary reason also why my studio is named minimalist. Minimalist actually, without the vowel. So mas minimalist pa siya. And I really enjoy minimalist architecture, minimalist tattoos. Before I even got into tattooing, na-appreciate ko na siya. And I think there's something about small tattoos or even kunyari a space that's fairly furnished and it already, but there's so much freedom, diba? There's so much freedom to play around with, or the mind plays. Minimalist layouts give the mind a playground. So, ang daming pwedeng imagine, ganyan. So, oh. And most of the time, then yung maliliit na tattoos, they're more evocative. First of all, yung tattoo artist na nagturo sa akin, si Mr. Joseph TADIFA, and you can check him out on Instagram and Facebook. Grabe yung work niya and yung artistry in every work na ginagawa niya. Ang galing, sobrang galing talaga, technically, artistically, pasok talaga siya sa banga. And kung international naman, si KEYA Tattoo, she's a tattoo artist based in Germany, and she's very humble. What I like about her is she's very humble and she still responds to questions, ha. Grabe. So, yun. And ang linis ng work nila. Ang linis ng work nila pareho. Pinaka-idol ko sa lahat talaga si Wang Od. Because I think she's arguably the most famous tattoo artist in the world. And she's from here. So, and she's a woman na, and in a very male-dominated industry. Isa siya sa mga pinaka-nag-succeed talaga. Yung kulturang dala ng pagtatattoo niya, yung hirap ng way ng pagtatattoo nila, grabe. I have nothing but praise for Apo Wang Od. So, nakaka-inspire and very humbling to be in the same industry as those kinds of artists. I think the fact that I can marry my work with something I'm very passionate about is the most fulfilling part of being a tattoo artist. Kasi in our society, di ba, we were raised to believe na what you want to do and what's sustainable financially cannot be in accord. So yun, I'm very lucky to be able to do the thing that I love the most in the world, which is art talaga, and provide for myself. Another great thing about tattooing is I get to meet a lot of people, and you know, there have been a lot of people I met through tattooing na sila, I can consider the best people I know. So I'm very blessed to meet a lot of people, to hear a lot of their stories. It's so gratifying then they trust you enough to immortalize a story or something they hold deep in their heart on their skin. The most memorable client that I had, she's over 50 years old. She used to be so averse to tattoos. And she had a small heart done on the side of her wrist. She's my mommy. Galit pa siya. Tapos kaya tinatanong niya ako saan pa pwede magpalagay. Yun. My mother. I think the most challenging part about being a tattoo artist here in Baguio is that people still have negative stigmas around tattoos, and the same goes for tattoo artists. Well, some people still don't think it's a normal job, diba? A very decent kind of job. So I just hope that people would open their minds more, will be more open towards people who have art on their bodies and people who draw those kinds of art on people's bodies. I incorporate Baguio culture in my art through in everything I do actually. Kasi feeling ko naman our art, especially as an artist here in Baguio, is the result of art culture enriched by the different artists here. So every work I do is inspired by artists in Baguio. Kasi I think a very big part then of why the art culture in Baguio is very rich is because of the artists also. I don't feel the pressure of competition here. Parang very supportive yung art community. Yung mga artists dito, you will never hear anyone bad-mouthing another artist. So, feeling ko, nagta-translate yun sa work na ginagawa ko. Kasi hindi ako takot na mababash ako ng isa pang artists. They're not like that here. So, parang lahat sila honored to collaborate with one another. And I think that's why Baguio is also a center for art nowadays. It's because it's largely because of the artists here. Fashion for me is honestly a challenge. I'm not gonna lie, pero hirap ako manamit. That's why my black clothes are in heavy rotation. Black, white, jeans. Yeah, I really dress for comfort. Support local businesses here in Baguio because there's just so much undiscovered talent here. And, baka yung hinihintay lang talaga nilang sign is kunyari isang like sa Facebook, baka yun lang yung mag-urge sa kanila na to finally start a business, ganun. So, let's support each other. My best purchases this year are actually all from local businesses. And nothing can compare to the happiness I felt in buying other stuff from bigger companies. Well, mas masaya pa rin ako dun sa mga nabili ko. Shout out to LIRYO PH. My message to aspiring Baguio artists is to not be afraid to approach any local artist here. I can bet my left toe na pag lumapit ka sa kahit sino sa kanila, kahit kanino sa amin, we'd be more than willing to take you in as an apprentice or to share, just sit down and chat about our art stories, our interests. I'd also advise that your art journey or our art journey will not always be easy. There will be times when we will feel commission anxiety. I felt that last year. Actually, around this time last year was my lowest point in my art journey. But, you need, as my best friend mentioned, you need those kinds of breakdowns for breakthroughs. And then, just appreciate the scene around you. Baguio is so beautiful. You can draw inspiration from the most mundane scene to our grand mountains. Sobrang nakaka-inspire talaga just to be in Baguio. My wish for myself is that I continue to grow artistically, spiritually also of course, and emotionally through the craft that I chose. And I hope that many years from now, I'd still be tattooing. Di ba? Kahit naka-reading glasses na ako, nagtatattoo pa rin ako. And I hope that by then, I'd have a whole band of new artists behind me na naturuan, na sharean mo na. And I hope they all succeed, with their talents, mapakita nila sa world. And, knowing na natulungan mo sila mag-start is already success for me. Even I will succeed vicariously through them.
Oh, done.
No! Thank you! Oh my God! Nakakahiya.
Inspiring.
Nakaka-stress.
Ganda nga eh. So, Jelly, go. Rest ka muna, Jelly. Tapos, after nito, Jelly,